fuck you. What's up, everyone? FTW Entertainment here with another episode of Inside the Ropes. And only one thing to talk about right now. That's Royal Rumble, baby.
Jesus, this is a great pay-per-view.
Oh my god, dude. This was the best Rumble I've watched in a few years now.
Yes.
They finally, to me, listened to the fans.
And gave us what we wanted.
And gave the fans a Rumble without any bullshit. Here it is. We're going to give you what you want and see if it makes you guys happy. And at least the Philly crowd tonight seemed to be very happy about it.
Yeah.
So let's get right into it, man. The Rumble started off right off the bat. It got off to a fast start with the heavyweight championship match. AJ against Sammy and Kevin.
Cammy?
Yep, Cammy. And a handicap match. And I'm gonna give this match I'm going to give it a B. It wasn't as good as it could have been.
But it was still a great match.
But it was still a very good match, yes. I felt like, I don't know, I hate to say it like this because I really like Sami Zayn, but I felt like Sami hurt this match.
Yeah.
There was a couple spots he botched and just didn't look good.
Yeah, like the ending to it where he missed the tag. It looked like it was
more
more of a botch.
Did he miss the tag? Yeah. Did he
looked
botch
like a
it
botch.
and then they were making up for it,
Yeah.
But I felt like going into this, the obvious outcome was obviously Sammy and Kevin get the win. It's a 2-on-1 match. Mm-hmm. They're going to be new champ, So the fact that was the obvious win made it really obvious that AJ was keeping the belt. And I was never happier to see him keep it because that means that you got about a 90% chance of AJ Styles with the title headlining Mania. And that's what we've all been waiting for since AJ arrived in the company.
Yeah.
Them to just put that belt on him and go, you're it. Let's go and let's see you carry Mania. Plain and simple. So it was a pretty good match. AJ got the win. How did it go? Kevin went for the power bomb.
Kevin went for the pop-up power bomb and he turned it into a roll-up.
Yeah, it was a nice little sequence and AJ's flawless, man. I'm sorry. In ring, he barely ever makes a mistake.
And when he does, it's just rare.
Yeah, even when he does, he makes it look good somehow. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really matter, he's AJ. So AJ got the win. He's got one more pay-per-view hurdle to get over before Mania, we'll see if his title's even on the line at Mania. At Fastlane. It could be some, kind of weird gimmick match that he's involved in where his belt's not even on the line. There's always that chance. So we'll just wait and see what they do with him. I'm glad AJ kept the title. And from there, we went to the 2 out of 3 fall tag match. The Usos against
American
Beta. And we started watching this match, and very early on, American Beta hit like every one of their finishers on the Usos. And the Usos just kept kicking out. And I said to him at one point, I said, oh, now I know why they made this match. This match was made solely to show you how good the Usos are.
And then right after that, you pretty much said it's going to be like a clean sweep, pretty much.
It's going to be a clean sweep, 2-0, and this rivalry is dead, which in essence means American Beta is dead. Yeah. That's it. This tag team is dead. I saw that coming. I see Shelton Benjamin breaking away from this team and going off on his own. It's what he wanted.
And the way that match ended with one of the Usos reversing and turning a roll-up onto Benjamin while Gable was on the top rope and just watching the entire thing go down, just having both of them in the ring sulking. It pretty much almost sets up like it was your fault that the whole thing, that we lost because you just stood there and watched.
Yeah, and they'll set up a little feud between the two, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Which is the way they should have done American Alpha, really, when they split them up. But, hey, we'll get it this time around. And it'll set up Shelton Benjamin, and I'm sure it'll be a mid-card push. Maybe him and Bobby Roode eventually for United States title.
Yep.
Who knows? But the Usos keep the titles. And fun fact that they gave us tonight that I didn't even know, since the SmackDown tag titles were created, the Usos have actually held those titles 54% of the time since they were made. And we know WWE's not real. We're not stupid, folks, okay? We know that the winners are planned out in advance and all that good stuff. But what it does show you is how good the Usos are and how much upper management trusts them with putting on great matches when the title's involved.
Mm-hmm. They're obviously very, very invested in them. And the fact that they went 2-0, clean sweep tonight, just goes to show
You never see that in 2 out of 3 falls matches.
I've never seen it.
Never. It never happens. The other team always gets a fall. The other guy always gets at least one fall.
And then it gets tied.
That's where
and
the drama
like
builds. You know? There was no drama in this.
It was just kind of embarrassing for American Beta.
And that's what's going to, I believe, fuel them to split up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for the Usos? They're going to have to bring in some outside talent at this point.
Because they've beaten everybody.
Unless their plans are to reignite the rivalry with New Day for Mania, which they could very well do.
Mm-hmm.
They could put New Day and the Usos on at Mania because those two teams would deserve that stage at Mania. The shows they put on for us throughout the year, I wouldn't be mad at all if they turned and said, we're going to reignite that rivalry and one last match at Mania between the two of them.
It'd be a great match. I mean, think about it like you're actually getting a tag match at Mania between probably two of the best teams in the business right now.
With the way Raw looks, it's the two best teams on WWE right now, that's for sure. I mean, SmackDown is the home of the tag teams right now.
Yeah, just because those two teams, when they're like having their rivalry and they're like going against each other, each match they had was stepping up the previous one.
Every time you thought they had hit the ceiling, like they can't do any better than that last one.
They prove you wrong.
Yeah, it was amazing, and I, for one, would love to see it again. And it doesn't look like the New Day is breaking up anytime soon.
No, not at all.
They seem to be having way too much fun with that gimmick. They're all really close friends, and they get to go out there with their best friends and goof off and have a good time and get paid for it. And probably a lot of money right now because they've become kind of the spokesman for the WWE. Anytime there's a late show or something, they send the New Day. So, unless that's the plan, there's got to be outside talent coming in from somewhere right now.
Yeah.
Whether it's from NXT getting brought up, or whether there's another team on the horizon we're not seeing that's coming in, there's really nobody left to match. The Usos, what they have said is true. It's Uso Penitentiary right now on SmackDown. They've locked that division down. They own it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to do something before your tag division starts looking like Raw's. You don't want that. We'll get to that in a minute. Or should we go through all the singles matches and then do the Rumbles?
I say kind of do that.
Go through all the singles matches?
Yeah.
All right, so then we'll get right to the Raw tag team picture right now. What a shit show, boy. Oh, my God. I don't even know what the hell we just watched.
Even though it took place after the men's Rumble match itself, it was still very, very lackluster.
You know what this match showed? How good Seth Rollins is.
Yeah, that's all it really
after
showed.
being in the Rumble for like 20 minutes, he then came out and carried essentially a 2-on-1 match for about 15 minutes by himself.
And not only that, like as you said, when Jordan came out, no reaction whatsoever. They went from booing the hell out of him to realizing any reaction is good reaction. We clearly have no investment in this guy as fans, and just total silence.
Listen, I've said it forever. Call that moron so he doesn't keep calling us. Call Nick so he doesn't keep calling us.
Okay.
I've said it forever. For those of you who don't quite understand the WWE landscape or how it really works when you say, oh, he gets booed so much, nobody gives a shit about him. No. In the WWE world, 2 reactions matter. One is a death sentence. When you come out, a pop is not just a positive reaction. A pop is a reaction, period. The crowd doing something because you just walked out is what you want. So, the fact that Jason Jordan came out and the crowd didn't even fucking make a peep should tell you exactly where they stand with the man.
Okay, I got Nick on the damn phone. So.
What's up, man?
Assuming you can be heard.
We were trying to call you. We're doing a review. You want to stay on the phone or?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we just jumped. We're putting the men's Rumble match on hold and just going to like the matches that aren't the Rumble matches itself, and it's really going to save that for last. But...
Yeah, we're on to the Raw Tag Team title match.
Oh, the match that sucked ass completely?
Yes.
The one match of the night, yeah, that pretty much ruined the night.
And not only that, like, you could really tell that I really believe management kind of lost their faith in Jordan.
You
Because,
think?
like, look at, like, he got one
can't-
freaking bad move, and he was on the outside the entire match.
They
Yeah.
can't lose something they never had in the man.
Jason, I don't even know what the hell he got hit with. He got hit with something.
He got pushed into the turn post.
and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
he's out of the match.
Yeah.
That's it.
He tagged himself
Yeah, he got-
in, then wobbled, tagged himself back out. And
Yeah,
sat
he
on the
got thrown
steps.
into the side.
And
He
sat
got
on the
thrown into
steps
side
like
of the
someone
ring
for
post.
hangover.
And it became a 2-on-1. And surprise, surprise,
The bar won.
the Bar got the win. They get the titles back. I think we all predicted it that way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that the Bar would win. Not a real surprise here. The Raw tag team title picture is a shit show. Hopefully, we're going to get some new teams added in there soon because we need them right now.
Yeah. Desperately.
That takes us into the Universal title match.
Yep.
And I think you described it best. This was, go ahead.
This match was pretty much Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman featuring Kane.
Yeah. Kane had no vested interest in this except being the guy that was going to get pinned.
And not only that, like, he had almost little to no offense besides using a chair and attempting to choke slam people. And even when he had his table spot, it had no impact to it whatsoever. He just shoved Braun through the table, which is a pretty
Actually,
easy thing to do,
It
considering...
looked like Braun just kind of ran through the table to me. It didn't even look like Kane really got a push off.
No, Braun threw himself through the table.
That's what I was about to say, yeah.
Not even. If you kind of think about it, it looked like he just like got dizzy for a second, went to go like fall, and he just fell through the table.
Listen, it wouldn't take much. Braun's like 300 and something pounds. All we have to do is lean on the table and the thing's breaking.
Yeah, but although besides Kane's spots in general, it was a great match, especially where freaking Braun and freaking Brock were shooting
my
on each
God.
other.
Oh,
Favorite part of the match was when freaking Lesnar tipped over the table on Braun and Corey Graves is just like, that's it, he's dead.
No, funny
No,
part about that is
my-
where he's like, I'm grabbing the German announcer.
my favorite part of the match, honestly, was the one part of the match that if you paid attention was real for about 20 seconds.
When
Braun goes to deliver a
when-
knee, and he missed,
And then when
and he wailed
when
Lesnar
Lesnar
hard.
punched him in the face.
And Lesnar responded by getting a hold of Braun's head and cracking his ass with a right hook.
And then proceeding to curse him out, probably telling him that he's a bitch and that you're going to Suplex City.
And
VIP.
I think Braun maybe for a minute thought about, shooting back and then realized, wait a minute, he used to be a UFC champ. This might
Maybe
not be,
this is not a good idea.
this might not be the smartest
And
idea of
did
my
you
career.
see the hit he hit him with? That
was-
was a solid right hook.
It was. It wasn't the hardest right hook Brock's ever
But that
thrown,
was a warning.
but it was a warning shot, definitely.
Aye. But one of the spots I liked besides them shooting on each other was that brutal F5 that Brock delivered to Strowman through the table. It looked like he just landed flat on concrete before the table exploded.
Those F5s, when he does it on bigger guys, really shows you how strong Brock Lesnar is. Because an F5, they can't push off or anything to help you. It's all you lifting and throwing them over.
Mm-hmm.
So, watching him do that one to Strowman and then again to Kane was pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Those are two big guys. That takes a lot out of you.
And then for him to lift the announcement table, too. And just dump it onto Braun's head.
Yeah, Lesnar's a fucking animal, dude.
Yeah. And
Nick, you alive? Nick? Are you falling asleep, sir?
Nah, I'm waiting for you guys to stop talking.
We did, twice, waiting for you to say something.
It was a good match. It was the typical way that every Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar match has ended lately. Nothing really to really say about it.
I don't know. I think when you put Strowman and Lesnar together, we get a good match.
Yeah.
And I think you had to do something with the title tonight. It couldn't sit there and do nothing. We all know Lesnar's going in the Mania with the title. We all know who he's facing at this point.
And we all know who he's losing to for the title.
But you had to do something with it for the night. And if you're going to do something with it, why not have a match where everybody's putting each other through tables? Why not? It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Everybody always enjoys it.
Yeah. Especially in Philadelphia. You know they go nuts for that shit.
At this point, though, through the picks, I don't think I was wrong yet.
I got my wrong, and I chose Braun. That he would pin Kane.
Did anybody else pick anything different?
No.
Nope.
Because I know I picked Lesnar, I picked the Usos.
You picked Styles.
I picked Styles, I picked The Bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, time for the men's rumble.
Wow. Just wow,
Holy
man.
shit. Holy shit. You know what? First things first, this was not part-time rumble. And I appreciated that.
Not really.
I appreciated that. This was not full of part-timers. They went with the main roster on this one. Even guys that you looked at and went, really? They're putting him in there?
It was nice to see Ray Ray back.
It was nice to see
Oh
Ray
my
back.
god, that was
great.
a great shock value right there.
And Ray looks like he's in great shape.
Oh my god, did you see how fit he was? I've never seen him in that good a shape.
Ray looks ready to make a run. I'm sure we'll see him on 205 soon.
Oh, definitely.
Because they need him now with Enzo gone.
Mm-hmm. To see the Hurricane come back.
That's another reason why. That's another reason why Hurricane's back.
As funny as that was.
Wait, why is Hurricane back?
For the Cruiserweight division.
205.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he going to be like a legit cruiserweight or like a gimmick thing?
I think an actual legit Cruiserweight.
No, he's been Cruiserweight champion a few times.
Okay.
But although it was funny to see him there, it was a good thing to see. Like, at least, like, some type of return. Like, he needs at least, like, some freaking nostalgia kick out of that.
One of my favorite moments of the Rumble was Randy Orton. My guy. He's always good
RKOing
for
the
it.
shit out of everybody.
RKO and everybody. But my favorite one was, who was it?
Cien Almas?
Huh?
Cien Almas?
Yeah, Cien Almas coming off the top rope. And in vintage Randy,
RKO.
as he's about to fly by and hit the floor, Randy just scoops in, boom, RKO.
Now, one of the funniest parts to me probably was when Corbin got eliminated and just started beating the crap out of everybody. Then attacked Slater on the rampway.
That was another good
And
moment.
then, as everybody's coming out, they're attacking Slater.
Yep.
Until freaking Big E comes out, gives him pancakes, and then he passes out. Then Sheamus goes in, throws him in the ring, and once he gets in the ring, he gets eliminated.
By Slater.
Yeah.
And then the freaking segments with freaking New Day, that shit was funny.
Kofi had his pancake moment of the night.
Yeah, when he freaking got a Kofi moment for the Rumble where his foot landed on Xavier's chest and prevented him from getting eliminated.
And Xavier's yelling, I got you, Kofi! He's like...
Big E puts a plate of pancakes for him to put his foot on.
And then they...
Alley-oop him.
Crisscross and alley-oop Kofi back in the ring.
Which was an incredible thing to see.
For him to just turn around and get eliminated.
And then he eliminates Jinder, who eliminated Xavier and Big E. And they just start wailing him with pancakes. Oh my god. That was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And then he got eliminated by Almas. But Almas was a big surprise in there. I didn't think we were going to... I knew we were going to see some NXT stars in there, but not the NXT champion.
I didn't expect Almas. I didn't expect Adam Cole, to be honest with you.
I didn't expect Cole either. When his music hit, I thought it was a shock.
While we're doing this, Nick.
Yo.
Did you get a chance to watch NXT yet?
No, I didn't.
All right, well, while we're talking here real quick, though, what do we all think of WWE deciding to put Aleister Black over, but at the befalling of Adam Cole?
I think it's the most stupidest thing they've done.
Well, I wouldn't say stupid. I say, yes, it strengthens Aleister Black, but...
Did he need strengthening?
No, that's what I was going to get. It strengthens Aleister Black, but it hurts Adam Cole considering you were building him from the get-go.
To me...
You were building Cole from the get-go, and you were building Black by giving him squash matches up until Velveteen Dream.
To me, it hurts. It wouldn't have hurt Aleister Black to lose to Adam Cole. It hurts Adam Cole to lose to Aleister Black. And
the only thing that him losing to Aleister would actually help him is if they called him up to the main roster, but you know they're not going to do unless they bring up the rest of CFOs or Undisputed Era back up with the main roster.
So unless Aleister Black is about to be the next champ, this loss to me hurts Cole.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the Rumble. So as we said, Cien Almas, Adam Cole were two NXT guys who were involved. Any other
and I think that was
surprise
it for
entries?
Ziggler I called Ziggler being in.
We all kind of knew Ziggler was going to be in. We didn't know where he would come in, or
I was expecting maybe the last 3 numbers, or
I didn't
25 to the end.
Expect 30, and I definitely didn't expect such a quick exit.
I didn't expect Goldust. I was kind of disappointed with Goldust.
Yeah, the Goldust thing bothered me, especially at 29. If he had been 16 or 17, in the middle there somewhere,
Yeah.
Whatever, you're a filler, have fun.
Yeah.
29, 30 are numbers that are reserved usually for big names.
Yeah.
That have a legit shot at winning.
Yeah. But also, Finn Balor.
What a Royal Rumble for Finn, man. Wow.
Because he couldn't be in last year's, but this one I think makes up for that. You were in number 2, and you made it to the Final 4 for over 54 minutes in the match.
Well, let's talk about the Final 6.
The Final 6, which was... Oh, yes.
Final 6. On one side, we had the WWE of the last 20 years, essentially. When you had John Cena, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio. And on the other side, you had essentially the new era.
You had
the
Roman,
new blood. You had
Finn, and Nakamura. You had people who were the 3 front runners for WWE the past damn near 20 years, and people who are going to be the front runners for the next 20 years from here on.
We hope.
Well, yeah, at least we hope. But
it was a cool scenario to me, a cool way to have things break down at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
All hell breaks loose. We get many moments where one guy's in charge of the ring, doing his thing and this and that. But at the end of it all, it breaks down to where we have 3 men left in the ring. And you got the guy that we were all... I mean, at this point, me and Euless were sitting here screaming at the TV every 5 minutes.
Literally screaming.
You had Nakamura in there with the 2 biggest names in WWE, period. John Cena and Roman Reigns. Now, I picked Nakamura to win, but when I saw he was left in there with those 2 names, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be hard. How do we... Can I really sit here and believe in my heart that he's going to not get by 1, but 2 of these guys in one night?
But the way they built it, they had us on the edge for mad long.
They did. And I think, I don't know, Nick, but I think they did it perfectly, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you had the 2 most dominant forces of the last few years, easily, get eliminated by the man who won the Rumble. Nakamura didn't have a lot of elimination. Like I said, I don't remember him having a ton.
He had a few.
He didn't,
Not
he didn't have
a
Roman Reigns kind of run, though, you know. But he had the 2 biggest of the night. Mm-hmm. He knocked out Cena. He knocked out Roman. Nakamura wins the Rumble. We are getting Nakamura versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania, barring some weird turn of events down the road. But he said he wants Styles. That's what we're getting. We are finally getting the match we have all been asking for since Nakamura debuted on the main roster.
Anything to say, Nick? Nothing?
It played out exactly the way it should have played out.
Are you tired, Nick?
Very.
We can tell.
But this was exactly the way we had hoped it would play out. When it came down to the Final 4, I said it, I was like, all right, if it's Finn or Nakamura, I'm good. Either one of those. I said, if it's Cena, I saw that coming. If it's Roman, the place is going to riot.
Yeah.
That was the exact way I thought at the time. Mm-hmm. But it's Nakamura. He looks like Vince is finally back on the Nakamura bandwagon.
And the freaking ovation that a crowd gave when he won, it was like it was never going to fucking stop.
When he came out, he hit the ring, and they sang for another 10 minutes while he was in the ring already.
Even after the music stopped.
It doesn't get much more over than Shinsuke Nakamura right now.
And just one of the best Rumble matches I've seen in a very long time.
I'm giving this Rumble an A.
Yes.
Maybe even an A+. I'll
I'm
have to go
giving
back
it
and watch it again.
A+. I can't remember the last time I watched a Royal Rumble. and was satisfied from start to finish with very little things to complain about.
I can't remember the last time I watched the Rumble and didn't get bored at some point in the match.
Yeah, this one had us excited from bell to bell.
So, WWE, thank you for finally listening and giving the fans exactly what they asked for. This was not part-time Rumble. There wasn't a million part-timers popping out. This wasn't Nostalgia Kick Rumble with 8 million gimmicks coming out. This was the guys who have worked all year long, non-stop, getting in there and getting their chance to shine in the Rumble. And at the end of the night, the two guys that we think both brands should be focusing on moving forward were the two most featured guys in this Rumble. And that's Balor and Nakamura. So, it was a great Rumble to me. And that brings us into the historic Rumble. The women's Rumble. Inaugural Royal Rumble, the first time ever. And it started off with the two women that we pretty much picked when we were sitting here. We said that it was going to be two of the horsewomen that started the night. It was Becky Lynch and Sasha. I felt like if they were going to go with one from each brand, those were the two women you should go with.
And not only that, this was the main event, too. It was the first time, I think, ever, and I really believe it was, that a woman's
main evented
a Big Four.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever main evented a pay-per-view outside of Hell in the Cell, maybe?
Yeah, Hell in the Cell was their only, main roster, main event pay-per-view.
So for them to now come out and not just main event a pay-per-view, but main event the Royal Rumble, it's a big move for the women. It maybe signifies even bigger things still to come for the women. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of rumors on the horizon about, a tag division and maybe even their own show, but we'll have to see where that goes. The Women's Rumble, it was good. It was very good. Very good. But I said it when it started. I said, this isn't going to be the perfect Rumble everybody's envisioning. Mm-hmm. We're going to have our slips in this because it's the first time the women are ever doing this. And a couple slips just off the top of my head. Kelly.
Tori Wilson.
Kelly looked great. Physically wise, like her appearance. In-ring wise, not so great. Tori Wilson, another one. Looked great coming out. Got in the ring. Did not perform so great.
Yeah. But
I figured because this was the first Women's Rumble, we were going to have a lot of guest spots.
And we had a shit ton.
We did. We had Lita. We had Trish. We had
Michelle
Tori Wilson. We had Kelly. Michelle McCool.
Jacqueline.
Michelle
Holly.
McCool, who looked great, by the way, in there.
Mm-hmm.
Molly Holly looked great.
Molly Holly looked like she never stopped.
Molly Holly, like you could plug her back in right now, and she'd be great in the women's division.
With the freaking Houston hangover from the freaking top rope.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline just came in and powerhoused the shit out of everybody. I was actually caught off guard by that.
Am I missing anybody here? Vicky Guerrero even made an appearance.
That was funny.
It was just because Vicky deserved to be there.
Yeah.
Nobody was taking her serious, but she deserved to be there. And all the main women roster that were supposed to be in this were in it. The Bellas made their return. You had Ember Moon from NXT involved. Kairi Sane from NXT was involved.
Kairi Sane, I just didn't agree how Dana Brooke got the elimination on her.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I would have really liked to see her and Asuka take it off in the ring. And not like that, you dirty-minded perverts.
However, this whole Rumble was fantastic, but still my favorite moment of the night was Asuka's music cues up, out she comes, and the whole crowd instantly begins to chant, Asuka's gonna kill you. I mean, this girl has taken WWE by storm. There is no question right now.
I thought your favorite moment was when Sasha eliminated Bayley, though.
I was getting there. Watching Bayley flop out of the ring, fall flat on her face, nearly hit the announce table, maybe break a teeth or two, shatter her hopes and dreams, and go home defeated and depressed, and possibly, maybe just cull her hair out in depression.
What the hell is the matter with you?
That was great.
No, one of the moments I liked in the match.
Bayley getting eliminated?
Huh?
Bayley getting eliminated?
Oh no, that was just funny. But probably the freaking nostalgia kick we got when Trish came out there and was facing off of Mickey.
Yeah, that was cool. That was very cool. I was upset that Trish was in the match, though.
And Lita was not in the same
so far
time.
from Lita. Yes, that made me angry. Because at some point we should have had Trish, Lita, Mickey. Boom. All in the ring. That's what we should have had.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said, there was going to be slips and flaws in this. And, you know, but overall the match was fantastic.
Yeah.
Naomi had a Kofi moment.
spot.
Where she got chucked out, landed on the women, climbed up on the side, never touched the floor, walked around the barricade, fell into a chair, scooted her way over to the stairs, got back in, only to get picked up and eliminated.
You had the Bella Twins coming back.
And Brie looks so hot. Oh my
damn
God.
fine.
I know the new boobs are fake and I don't care.
I still want to touch them.
Nick can't say these things now because he's engaged.
I sure as fuck can.
Nick's ignoring us.
I know. He's asleep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's out.
So, while he snores, we'll continue.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it got down to, I believe it was a final four again, right?
Yeah, it got down to the final
Sasha,
four. The Bella Twins,
and
Asuka.
And it was basically Sasha and the Bellas working over Asuka. And then Sasha at one point pulled the Bellas away and said, no, I'm going at it, and started wailing away and went to pop up to the top rope to do the double knee stomp.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bellas caught her and launched her out of the ring. And that was the end of Sasha, but she had a great Rumble. Mm-hmm. She was the first woman in and the last... No.
Well, one of the
third
last.
to last to leave. Then the Bellas were working over Asuka. Brie at one point, though, was on the apron. Nikki has just hit the torture rack on Asuka. And I said it. I said, Nikki's about to fucking forearm Brie in the mouth and eliminate her.
2 seconds later.
Sure enough, did. And then her and Asuka have a back and forth in the ring. Then they have a back and forth on the apron where Nikki lands a
brutal
forearm, dude.
And it wasn't the forearm itself.
It was the flop of Asuka.
It was the flop of Asuka just bouncing off the freaking, not even the canvas, just the freaking
the side,
yeah. Which is the hardest part of the ring. And that, as we were wincing, was when Asuka just kicked Nikki off to get the elimination.
So Asuka wins.
And that wasn't even the best part.
Nope, well, we're going to get to that now. So now Asuka wins, she's celebrating, and they made the announcement that the winner gets to choose who they're going to pick. So both of the women's champions who were sitting ringside,
Alexa and Charlotte,
come into the ring, and Asuka's looking at both of them, and then all of a sudden, a song cues up that we all know very well. I instantly
knew who the hell it was.
I don't give a damn about my friend. Cues up, and then you see the name up on the screen, and it's Ronda Rousey, and holy shit, could you really ask for a bigger moment?